Hello, I'm Ellen Goldberg, and welcome to the Language of the Hand. Today we're going to talk about another way of classifying hands or knowing people by their personalities, simply by the basic shapes of the hands, and they're divided into 4 categories based on the 4 elements of the ancients: fire, water, air, and earth. So many things are based on these old classifications, and in truth, they do show us, at a glance, very particular kinds of personalities. This is not as detailed a look into the personality as when you decide which mount or archetype or archetypes are influencing the nature, but it's a wonderful, quick way, and we can tell things from people's photos in their hands, just seeing them in a magazine or a newspaper, on television, on a subway. This is something you see at a glance. Basically, it's based on the combination of 2 factors: long fingers, short fingers, square palms, and rectangular-shaped palms. For instance, my palm is rectangular shaped. 2 of the types have rectangular-shaped palms, and they are, we have an image here, both water and fire are rectangular. And we'll see that the rectangular-shaped palms have a certain receptivity and sensitivity and an emotional quality that the square-shaped palms do not. The square-shaped palms, which are air and earth, they have a certain practicality and reality-based view that's very important. Now, when we combine long and short fingers, obviously each of the rectangular-shaped palms gets one of each. One gets long fingers, and that would be the water hand. One gets short fingers, and that would be the fire hand. As far as our square shape, the air hand gets long fingers on a square palm, and the earth hand gets short fingers on a square palm. Well, what do these mean? Each has a nickname, and of course they come with characteristics. Let's start with fire. Fire is rectangular with short fingers, just like mine. Well, I have to say, here's a caveat. Many people do not have long or short fingers exactly, but like me, have medium-length fingers. What are you going to do? They're not so easily classifiable as one of the 4 types. So do your best. If they have a tendency more towards being longer or shorter, see what you can do to give them some of those elemental qualities. Fire hands are energetic. They're fire. They bring warmth to life. They have vitality. They have enthusiasm. Their intellect is good, but so much of it is based on their emotional state, because remember, those rectangular palms are emotional. These people are often creative, daring, sometimes brilliant, because the short fingers let in inspiration very quick and add it to the intuitive feeling. In fact, it's called the intuitive type, the fire hand. That's their label. They're not the only intuitive type. We'll see the water-sensitive hand is as well. One last thing about fire. They need to learn a little self-control and to be more patient. Water hands, called the sensitive palm, is just as psychic, if not more, than the fire, but since their primary attribute is how incredibly introvert, sensitive, and feelingful they are, they take their name from sensitivity. They love the inner life. They don't navigate this world so well, unless it's for creativity. If they use their energy for creativity, there they can shine. But in the ordinary affairs of everyday life, they may seem a bit confused. The air hand is square with long fingers. These are rare. You don't find this combination that often. And you'll understand why when you hear the name of the hand. This is the intellectual hand. And how many of us are actually intellectuals? These people are practical because of the square, but the long fingers incline them to thinking. They like to think in practical ways. They're often more simple, quiet, gentle people who like to keep peace, but they're led with the head a little more than the heart. Therefore, they have to learn to be in touch more with their emotions. They may not be as demonstrative, but they are thinkers and have wonderful ideas. The earth hand has short fingers and a square palm. Now, these are our most practical people of all the 4 elemental types. They love to do and they physically do. They want to know how to make things work. They're less complicated. Many times you'll find that this type of hand has fewer lines than some of the other, just the basics, because they feel like basic people, and they're also happy to tell you that. I'm a very down-to-earth basic person, they'll say to you. The earth hand does not trust the 3 other types. They're a little suspicious of them, and sometimes the 3 other types find the earth hands a little boring because they're just doing what has to be done. But they are absolutely essential to the working of the world.